Hello, students. Welcome to class today. And today, I want to help develop your writing skills. It's difficult to write in English. It's difficult to find the grammar and the right words, the vocabulary, but what I want to show you today is how to write. How to write neat and tidy when you write a letter, when you turn in a homework assignment, or when you make a report. And so I want to talk to you about writing sentences. Number one, every sentence begins with a capital letter, a big letter. Hi, I. They all start with I, but the first letter of the sentence must be a capital letter, a big letter. Also, proper nouns, which are the names of people, places, and things, they must also have capital letters. For example, plum, pen, city. Capital P, capital C. Tul, Kok, district. That's the name of a district in Phnom Penh. So these are proper nouns. They must have a capital letter. All the other letters are small. All of the other letters are the same size, or we can say the same height. You see? Look, all of these I-S-T-R-I-C-T, they're all the same size. Some students make some letters big, some letters small, very messy, not pretty. But the letters are the same size, width, you see? Except the tail. The tail of the T, the H, the L, the K, the tail goes high. Look at, by the way, how we write the K here. The big K and the small k are the same, except the big K is taller than the small k, except for the tail goes up, you see? But all of the letters are the same height. That's very important. The punctuation. Punctuation, I believe we say in Khmer, vanayat, maybe something like that, vanayat. The punctuation, the period, the exclamation mark, the question mark, they all must be close to the last letter of the sentence. For example, you see the P, the T and the period. The period is close to the T. Some students put the period or the question mark far away. No, we don't do that. The punctuation, the period, the question mark, the exclamation mark, they're all close to the last letter of the sentence. And by the way, there is one space between every word. You see? Space, space, space. Space, space, space. There's one space. Some students put a big space. That's not correct. One space between every word, but two spaces between every sentence. You see that? Two spaces between every sentence. The reason we do this is to make English easy to read when we write a story or a report. You do the same thing when you're typing on the computer or you're typing on your phone. Look at the example from one of my students. There is too much space between the words, you see? There's supposed to be one space between each word, but this student has 2, 3, or 4 spaces between each word. That's not how we write. We don't do it that way. If you look at sentence number 2, the question mark is too far away from the last word of the sentence. Remember, I told you the period, the exclamation mark, the question mark, they're very close to the last letter. This student put the question mark far away. That's not how we do it. It's wrong. In sentence number 4, sunflower is so beautiful. First of all, it's wrong grammar. You can say, the sunflower is so beautiful, or sunflowers are so beautiful. But look, the S in sunflower is a small letter, but sunflower is the first word of the sentence, and so it must have a capital S. And by the way, sunflower is one word. Sunflower is the name of a flower, but it's not a proper noun. If you look at sentence number 5, Phnom Penh is my beloved city. There's too much space. Look at my. There's a small m and a big Y. And city, the C in city is too big. The C needs to be the same size as the I and the Y. If you look at sentence number 6, I like ice cream. Very good sentence, but too much space between the words. And the L in like is big. It's a capital L. Like is not a proper noun. It should be a small L. If you look at sentence number 7, we learn English grammar. Okay, first of all, grammar is one word, and so no space between the two M's. Grammar, it's not grammar, it's grammar. And the W, the first letter of the sentence, must be a capital W, and it's not. Sentence number 8, you always get up at 5 o'clock. Look at the Y. The Y is a small y. The Y, U, is the first word of the sentence. Y must be a capital Y. And we write a capital Y and a small y differently. And so the student must write a capital Y. You always get up at 5 o'clock. And by the way, there's no period at the end of the sentence. You always get up at 5 o'clock, no period. Every sentence must have a period. Sentence number 10, he plays ping pong with me. All of the P's are capital P's. That's not correct. Please don't do that. Play is not a proper noun. Ping pong is not a proper noun. All of them should be small letters, and they should be the same size as the other small letters. And number 11, sentence number 11, I have to hand in my assignment to teacher today. Too many spaces, too big of a space between the words. And look, M-Y, my, great big Y. No, the Y is bigger than the M. It should not be that way. And the same with today. Today, a great big Y. So, look now and look at the letters on your screen. This is how we write the English alphabet. The capital letters are big, and they're about 2 times bigger than the small letters. The small letters are about half the size of the big letters, the capital letters. So look at them, A, B, C, D, E. We write B differently, D differently, E differently, F. See, the tails go all the way to the top if they have a tail, like B, D, F. But I, the small I, and the small j are small. They're about half the size. Look at the K. The K is the same, but the big K is a little different. You see how they're different? And so we write the big K differently from the small k. L, M, N, O, P. You see, we write the P. The capital C and the small c, we write them differently. Look at Q. This is how we write the Q, the capital Q and the small q. Very different. The same with R. S is the same, but we have a big S and a small s. The big S is about twice the size of the small s. Look at T. U, V, V is the same, W is the same, except the small letter is like the baby. The same as the mama, but it's smaller. And Y, you see how we write the big Y and the small y are different. One more thing, look at the example on the screen. When you turn in an assignment to your teacher, it must be neat and tidy. If you look at this assignment, it is not neat and tidy. It's sloppy. The student wrote the word wrong and he crossed the word out many times, and then he gave it to me, his teacher. No, you write it, and if it's wrong, you write it again. You do not give a paper to your teacher or to your boss or to your customer like this. You don't. You make it neat and tidy. It's a good habit. And if you were working at your job, your boss would probably fire you. He would probably stop you from working if you did something like this. And so, look at this again. Hi, comma, my name's apostrophe Mona, 2 spaces. I live in Phnom Penh City, proper noun, capital letters, with my parents, period, close to the last letter. We live in Tulkor district. Okay, and so all of the small letters are the same size. I have a black cat and white, man white, white cat, black and white cat, and a brown dog. Don't forget the articles, a black and white, a brown dog. So look at the tails. The tails of the H, the B, the L, the K, the D, the T. The tails are tall. That's okay. But the bottom part is the same size as the other letters. I love my pets. Pets. I'm 18 years old and I'm in 12th grade. See, 12th, T-H, 12th, just like that. 12th grade. I like math and come here. And so this is how we write in the English language. And this is called printing. When we write like this, it's called printing. And when you write like this, it's called cursive. But the rules are still the same. There's still 1 space between the words, 2 spaces between the sentences. The small letters are all the same size, and the big letters are about twice the size of the small letters. And so, I hope this helps you, and if you're my student, I want to see a neat and tidy report that you give to me. Thank you.